We are in survival test now. Can I turn off my fog without getting lag? Oh, nice. Yeah, so remember in the last episode when I said something huge is coming? Well, this is just that. This is an entire new game mode. And it seems my sounds aren't working, yeah. So, yeah, I think my sounds aren't working. Yeah, I don't see any mobs around. One thing is, yeah, the build modes have been removed. I actually saw the video for the survival test, and in that, the build mode actually still exists where you right-click to change the build mode from place to destroy and vice versa. I'm also not seeing any trees. So, yeah, that's odd. You can break anything. So, we can just mine down. I did recently turn offline dat save off, so I wonder if that has something to do with it. Alright, it is taking a lot longer to load, so that's a good sign. Yeah, it has like a bunch of spawning. It actually has trees, so yeah, offline dat save seems to break it. It might just be because it needs to download all the resources and stuff. Alright, yeah, this version is very laggy. Yeah, let me just chop down a tree. And I don't know if crafting exists yet. So as you might have noticed, save and load level are grayed out. And also, even then, I'm still gonna be, whoa, that's cool. Yeah, it kind of like lights up when you're breaking it. I'm going to be doing this on a new world. I think it would be cool to have a separate world for survival. One other thing is, yeah, actually not all the blocks are obtainable yet, which makes sense since survival is in very early development. Yeah, there's no inventory yet. We can, however, get a sapling. Yeah, wow. I don't know why, but I kind of like the way you hold this. Yeah, hopefully the lag gets fixed, because it is pretty laggy. Now, yeah, leaves don't, like, disappear. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be planting a lot of trees. I mean, this world isn't gonna exist anymore anyway, so, yeah. I guess I'll just explore the changes. I haven't seen a single mob, which is odd. Oh, there's some over there. So let's see if we can find them. Here's the pig. Usually, sometimes it drops mushrooms, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know if there are mob drops. Let's see if I can find some hostile mobs. That is a lot of roses. Wow. There's a hostile mob. This zombie is wearing armor, actually. This is plate armor. And the player cannot get it. We have a creeper here, which was accidentally made when messing up the pig model, although most people know that. What most people don't know is, as you can see, it gave me damage, and yeah, it explodes on death instead of just exploding when it gets close to you. I actually kind of like that design more because at least you can somewhat prevent it. Whereas in modern Minecraft, a creeper could just like sneak up on you and you'd have to repair a bunch of stuff. Alright, I found this cave after digging down for a little bit. We have some mushrooms in here. But yeah, let's see what happens. Oof. You take damage with the red ones, but the brown ones are a little nicer. They heal you instead. Yeah. You know, Steve is pretty strong. I think he has retained some of that strength from when he was in creative, because, you know, he is able to punch straight stone with metal inside. You know, that's pretty powerful. Ooh, there's some gold ore down there. Let's collect some of this. I'm rich. Aha, here's some coal ore. Yeah, does this drop by... Okay, it just drops coal ore. That makes sense. So yeah, I think that's about everything. Ooh, here's lava, actually. Whoa. I can't actually place down mushrooms. I kind of wanted to make a line of every block. I'll probably do that once we're in an actual world that we can keep. I think the scoring system exists in this version, does it? I can't see my score in the top right corner like usual. But let's just see. Do I have a score? 830. Alright, and yeah, you have to generate new level. I can generate small one now. That's probably way less laggy. You know, there's a lost version of this. You know, you might have noticed we're in 0.3 instead of just 0.24 survival test. There's a lost version of this, and that is a version where creepers would blow up water and it would drop as an item. And it's so sad that the version is lost, because I would have loved to play around with that. Pressing B, as far as I know, I think that... Yeah! This is a test of signs. Each line can be 15 cares. Or characters, of course. And then, I think there's a way to shoot arrows. Aha, tab. Yeah, this is pretty satisfying. I can just shoot a stream of arrows by spamming it. Oh, I accidentally pressed caps lock. Okay, here's the skeleton. Actually, didn't talk about this guy in the last clip. Yeah, this also does melee damage, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Whoa, that's a lot of damage. However, they do still sort of fire arrows. Oh wait, no, okay, that's in a different version. Yeah, on a different version, skeletons would, like, explode into a bunch of arrows on death. If I do this, yeah, I can completely survive it. That's interesting. Yeah, there is some options. There's show FPS. I don't know if that was in the last version. Invert mouse, which I seriously don't get. Oh. It only inverts it up and down. I can't tell if that's better or worse. Yeah, I don't know. That might be for, like, left-handed mice. I'm not sure. No, I don't get why it would only do it up and down, though. There's view bobbing. Yeah, wow, with that off, you're just kind of sliding around from your perspective. Yeah, it's whether your hand is moving, I think. And there's also 3D anaglyph. I don't have any 3D glasses, unfortunately. I wonder what this would look like with 3D glasses, though. It's also controls. So, yeah, it still has the build button from when it was in creative. That just places down a sign. Wait, can you still actually... No, you cannot make new spawn points and teleport around. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of controls that are actually completely unused. There does seem to be save and load level options. Alright, so with this world, I do want to make a museum of every block. I want to basically collect every block. So, yeah, I'll probably have it somewhere around here. Whoa, that is a lot of creepers. Ah. wonder if you could make a chain of these, like, one creeper kills another with an explosion, and then that creeper explodes and kills another creeper. I just want to say you are really helpful with mining. Thank you for helping me dig this hole. Oh yeah, you can. I saw them chain up. That's a lot of blocks. Oh my god. This is really helpful for the museum. Yeah, as you can see, things can stack to 99. And once you have one stack of them, you can't pick up anymore. Yeah, as you can see, I'm really low health. It'd probably be in my best interest to find a brown mushroom. Oh, that is annoying. You cannot place blocks when there are items nearby. Wow. And I don't think you can drop items either, yeah. Can you still do the gravity block bug? No, you cannot still do the gravity block glitch. So maybe I should actually move this downward. Alright, before we update, however, I do want to get some technically discontinued features. Technically, we already have two, and that's stone and coal ore. Oh, whoops. Alright, I've updated, and yeah, that's because I had problems finding ores, but seems like you can't actually load levels. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't spend a really long time trying to find all the ores. So yeah, now we spawn with TNT. Only still blows up water. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's much difference other than a couple drops. So I'll show those off now. Cobblestone is now obtainable with breaking stone. Here's another drop. Iron ore now drops blocks of iron. There are no blocks of coal, so coal will just drop a placeholder of a stone slab, which on the ground just looks like a stone block. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, the stone slab is a new block. Oh wow, I just found a lot of mushrooms. Seems the hitbox has decreased for breaking the mushrooms. Oh yeah, pigs now drop brown mushrooms. So brown mushrooms are renewable. Okay, I was exploring this cave and there's just this massive wall. I don't know why. Is there? Oh. Maybe it's because it's at the edge. Maybe these walls make sure it doesn't just cut off with bedrock. Oh, I found some gold ore. Yeah, here's some gold blocks. Iron blocks were added in 0.25, I think. And the gold block texture was changed to match the iron block texture. Oh, I found a skeleton. Alright, so I've updated to 0.28_01, and yeah, this actually returns everything to creative mode, and there are some new blocks. And there are some which were actually added in survival tests but were completely unobtainable, such as this bookshelf, these bricks. I think you actually spawned with TNT. Can you activate TNT in creative mode? No, okay, that's good. We do have some new building blocks like the slab. Alright, I've built this library out of the bricks and of course bookshelves. The longest part was actually making this roof, which is funny. Here's like the front desk, Here's all the bookshelves. A lot of them. Kind of hard to see everything with the fog. While looking at the changelog for the next version, apparently arrows can be shot in creative mode, which is interesting. Oh, you still have a limit. Okay. Alright, I've updated to the last classic version. Yup. Next episode is going to be in dev also. Wow, holy lag. Yeah, there's not much changed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no new blocks. Oh, you can access the ores. I don't remember if you were able to do that in the last version. Also, because of the change to the gold block texture, my bathtub probably looks different. Yeah, here's what the bathroom looks like with the new gold block textures. Also, now my TV can be made of obsidian. There's also mossy cobblestone. Alright, so I've made this ancient temple. It has a bunch of leaves around it. And there's this like spiral room with a drop here. And at the bottom here is this room with gold blocks, iron blocks, gold ore, and iron ore. And also there was lava below this earlier, so I decided to keep that as a feature of this room. So I have glass here, and it's like a checkerboard pattern with the stone slabs. Anyway, that will be all for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.